Dakotas, Montana, and there's a lot of old abandoned ranches where one guy bought out his neighbor, and so they didn't use the house anymore, the barns or anything like that. And basically that's all this is.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's my idea of what it is. And, but, of course, Tombstone is a different story altogether. It was a frontier town. And besides that, there was a big turquoise deal at Bisbee where a big mine there, and copper.
Was Tombstone? It was sprung up because of the mines as well, right?
Well, yeah, but it was a real western town. That's where they had the gunfight at the OK Corral, and between the what the hell were those brothers?
The Earps and the Clantons.
Yeah, the Earps and the Clantons, see. And but of course it was south of Tombstone, Tucson. And when I was young and I rodeoed, well, the story, I went to college in Fort Collins, Colorado, and I was a cowboy, and I rode with them. Anyway, a bunch of us gonna celebrate before final week, so we all got drunk, went to Laramie, Wyoming, to the cat houses, and then we ended up in Rawlins, Wyoming. Well, by the time we got back to Colorado, the finals were over, and we all flunked out.
Right.
Of course, our parents were pretty mad at us.
I can imagine.
It cost a lot of money anyway. So we all, well, there was 5 of us. We gathered up and came south. And we spent a lot of time around Tucson. And there was a lot of money. I mean, rich girls, Quaker Oats, and all kinds of big back east money. The daughters, granddaughters, stuff like that. Well, they pretty much financed us all winter because they wanted to sleep with a cowboy. And so, I mean, they wined us, dined us, and paid our entry fees to rodeos, and we made them a partner.
Right.
Of course, if they didn't know if we won or lost. but once in a while, we'd say we won, you know, and we'd give them $10 or whatever. And but we had a lot of fun. And at that time, Tucson was about 45,000 people. And it was a real old western town. And then, of course, Tombstone was like a stage stop going south out of Phoenix, Tucson, into Nogales and into Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
But also, the Clantons would steal a lot of cattle over in Mexico and ship them trail them into the United States is what they did. And of course the Earps were the law, and Doc Holliday, and all of them. And that's what, but anyway, the town progressed as a tourist town.
That's just Tucson or Tombstone?
Tombstone.
Tombstone did.
And of course now it's a big tourist.
Yeah.
But the old wooden sidewalks are still there. And then they've taken the town and the buildings, they've refurbished them so they look like I'll tell you a story. One time there's this gunfighter went into Tombstone, and he went in a bar, and here was this guy playing a piano and a little lady in a rocking chair rocking back and forth. So he took out his left 6-gun and he shot the cufflink right off of the piano player's Sure. The guy just kept on playing, the little lady just kept rocking. So he took his right 6 gun and he shot the cufflink off his right shirt. The guy just kept on playing the song and piano, and the old lady just kept rocking. He turned to the bartender and he said, "Hey, how do I get some excitement in Tombstone?" He said, "Well, go around the back of the bar and there's a big barrel of lard there." And he said, "You stick those 6 guns in that barrel of lard." He said, "Well, how is that going to cause excitement?" He said, "Well, as soon as Wyatt Earp gets done playing that song for his grandmother, he's going to take those 6 guns and stick them up your ass."
I got it. Thank you, Mr. Patton.